Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy OG Tien. Welcome back to another review video. And today, we are taking a look at the Rayne Longboard's Nae Nae 40-inch dancing longboard deck. So without further ado, let's get right into the review. Alright, just gonna put the board right here. This longboard is by a company called Rayne, R-A-Y-N-E. And they sent me this deck about a week ago. I've been testing it ever since, and here are my thoughts about it. So first, let's go over some of the general specs of the deck. So this is a dancing deck that is top mount with two very large tails. It's made out of Canadian maple. It has some really nice large wheel wells and this really cool paint on it. So I got the gray color, but it looks more of a light blue to me. It's got a really nice, minimal, clean, sleek look on the bottom graphic. And I just can't tell you guys how big this thing is. Like, it is massive. It's only 2 inches taller than my loaded Tien, but the width is about a ½ inch bigger and the tails are huge, so it just makes it look like a giant monster. But it doesn't really feel like super big either, so it's really nice, kind of an in-between where you get the really big feel but also not, if that makes sense. Two things I really like about this deck in particular are the flex and the pop of the board. The flex isn't as much as my loaded board, which is like a freaking trampoline, but it's still got a pretty decent amount of flex, and it's going to be enough to dampen all those vibrations for you, but still give you enough rigidness to make the pop really good. So this pop almost feels just as good as my skateboard pop. It doesn't feel like a longboard pop at all, which is insane. So this thing, when you pop it, you can really get those arrow flips flying. You can do shove-its on this. You can do all kinds of things. And that kind of leads me into the trick portion of this. So tricks, this is like the main thing for dancing boards. Like, they're meant for doing tricks and dancing. This thing can do pretty much any trick I throw at it after a little tweaking, because the pop's a little different, so you kind of got to get used to how it feels. But it can do arrow flips, it can do shove-its, you can even try to do some ollies. I'm not very good at it because it's a longboard, but you can do them. Kick flips I haven't tried, but you can do them as well. You can do tiger claws, you can do demon claws, you can do all that jazz. And on top of that, you can do dancing, because that's what this deck is made for. You can do your cross steps with ease, do a ton of them because it's so big. Same with your Peter Pans, you can just go back and forth like freaking forever. Do your pirouettes, do your spins, your 180s, your pivots, all that good stuff. It is great for that. Like, this is seriously an awesome board. Now, Rayne only sent me the deck, not the wheels, the bearings, or the trucks. So I just put on my pair of shark wheels with Bones Reds because they're really good bearings, and the wheels apparently are really good for dancing. I mean, I looked it up. And then I just put on some aluminum trucks, no name brand trucks. They work fine. They work fine. And this deck is super responsive. It's really awesome. And not only for tricks and dancing, but this thing is great just for cruising around. I took this out to a really nice and long trail, quite a distance away from my house, and this thing just went off. I was doing some cruising, doing some cool little freestyle stuff under bridges. It was awesome. And the fact that this board was meant to be a dancer more than a cruiser did not affect the cruising ability at all. Like, this thing just goes. It is awesome. And because of the top mount construction and the really large tails, you get a lot more foot area on the board, so it feels really stable, and you never really feel like you're gonna fall off. So plus for cruising, plus for tricks, plus for dancing, plus for board feel. Like, everything so far is plus, but there is one concern that I have with the board, and that is its longevity. So yesterday when I was out testing it, I'm gonna try to show you right now, but I was doing some popping tricks on some pretty darn rough ground. You can kind of see that on the tail here, but there's a pretty big chip, just a chunk of like 2 plies of wood in that just popped right out. So I don't know if that means that the deck's not gonna last a long time, or if that was just a one-off kind of thing because I was on really rough ground and kind of messing around too much with it probably. I'm probably just gonna fill that with some sort of wood glue or something. I might actually make a video about that, so keep on the lookout for that. But yeah, that's my only really big concern so far, which is the longevity. But otherwise, like, this board just knocks everything out of the park for a dancing board. It's only 40 inches long, so some people like longer dancing boards. I personally prefer the 40-inch because it gives you enough flexibility as far as portability, and also when you do your pops, you get a lot more speed in your flip tricks. And I like doing flip tricks a lot, so that's really a bonus for me, not being able to do them a lot quicker. But if you do want a bigger board, they do have 44-inch versions of the Nae Nae, and they have this new deck out. I forget the name of it, but I'll put it right there. That deck is new. It costs a lot more money, but they have options all the way up to like 48 inches, I think, which is insane. but there are options out there for you if you want bigger decks. But as far as this one goes, it is a great option for 40-inch deck. Great for cruising, dancing, tricks, freestyle, probably not downhill, so keep that in mind. But for everything else, it's a really great all-around board, especially if you want to get into the trick dancing aspect of longboarding. You can't go wrong. And this deck, I forgot to mention, it's only $105 compared to like a loaded deck, which is like $180, so $75 cheaper than my favorite cruising board. And this is definitely a contender to be my new favorite board. So definitely go check it out. And let me know, do any of you guys have this deck or another deck by Rayne? Let me know in the comments below what you feel about the deck and if there's anything that I missed. But yeah, it's a great deck overall. Highly recommend checking it out. Links in the description. Hope you liked the video. If you really liked it, hit the subscribe button. That's all I got for you guys today in the review. It's been your boy OG Den signing out, and I will see you guys on Saturday for the vlog. And we have another review coming Wednesday, so definitely turn the post notifications on so you won't miss it. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking now. Peace out. Hope you guys have a good rest of your week.